Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 56. This one's called networking. It is a very good idea after you join a forum or after you're taking pictures of your collection on Facebook and posting them for other people to see, as per the previous few collecting tips, to try and gain more contacts worldwide. When you start getting into collecting, you're going to get a lot of the easy to obtain common stuff very quickly, and there's going to be some rare items that you will not be able to find yourself. This is especially the case for international items. So the first thing that I would like to speak about is this sealed watermelon Nintendo 64 controller. It's called a blister pack, and there's only 2 of these that we've found really so far, and I have one, which is awesome. Very proud about that. And I think DDR Tonight has the other one because FinGamer did a trade with him. Mine is not in mint shape, it's in pretty good shape. There is some damage around the joystick, but because these are so rare, I was very happy to get this and to find it. So how is this involved with networking? Well, I do not live in the States. I actually live in Canada. I'm Canadian. And when this item came up online, it came up on eBay. I was searching for it every day for several months. Multiple times a day, and it came up one time, and I was very excited. However, it was on eBay.com, and he would only ship to people in the US. Now, I did something sort of sneaky in order to get this, because I really wanted it. So what I did was, I bought it on eBay.com, knowing that he couldn't ship it to me. I then actually talked to my fiance's I think her uncle, actually. It is her uncle. And her uncle informed me that, yes, just ship it to me, and then I can then forward it to you. So in this case, my networking was actually with someone who's going to be a member of my family. So this controller, I had shipped to a family member in the States from Hawaii, and then finally shipped to me. So in that case, it's kind of like, if you don't live in a country where they will ship to, if you have a friend or a family friend who can actually just have it sent to them, and just in case you're going across the border soon, so for example, I live near Toronto, if I could go to Buffalo and I knew someone in Buffalo, that's in the US, I could just take a trip and pick up a few items several times a year from them. So that's one thing for networking, and that's for shipping. Now, another case is obviously some of these more rare items. So this is a controller I think I've talked about before. It is a clear gray Japanese controller. I still haven't really taken it out of this packaging, but they never came sealed, so this is not authentic packaging. But it is brand new, so I want to keep it in here just to make it looking in tip-top shape. So this is one of the last controllers for the N64 I needed. It is so old now. It's 13 to 14 years old. It's made in 2000. It says patent pending, and obviously it's only for use and sales in Japan. However, N64 and GameCube controllers work on any worldwide console, if you did not know that. So this controller I was in need of, and I have a contact in Japan, I believe. I hope I'm thinking of the right controller. But I have a contact in Japan who keeps his eyes open for rare items like this, so I gave him a list saying, you know, I'm looking for this right now. Because I'm buying from him directly and using PayPal, he gives me a good deal. Because he's not dealing with eBay and fees and things like that, and usually in Japan you can find things for a lot lower a price than you can on eBay or on Amazon.com or on Yahoo Auctions or anything like that. So that was one thing that he helped get me, and that was amazing. And these 3 Starman figures made by Banpresto, which are from the Mother games, or Earthbound. So this is from Mother 2 or Earthbound, and they're amazing. So I got them in the box, and again, you kind of have this packaging on it that's not authentic. So these figures, that is the figurine collection. I'll choose a better box just to show you what they look like. So these 3 figures, they're from Starman, and they look amazing. So I got the 3 different Starmen, and their names are on them as well. So this is Starman Jr. Then I got just Starman, and he is very large. He's very tall. And then there's DX Starman, and DX Starman's cool because he has spikes. So these 3 figures I obtained from that contact in Japan, and there is no way I would have found them for a reasonable price on eBay. On eBay they sell for $150, I think, as a trio, and he gave me them for $100 or something like that. Plus shipping was much more reasonable. So that's awesome that you can kind of get really rare items to complete your collection that you are missing simply if you have contacts. So I have contact in Japan, I have one in the US, and lastly I have one in Europe. So this is a European boxed GameCube controller, and this one is just solid blue. And here's all the different countries that kind of are, not all the countries in Europe, obviously, but some of the different major countries in Europe that they show on the box. So my contact in Europe can help me obtain these kind of items because I don't live in Europe, and if I want to get all the boxed variations for controllers or for consoles, or even for some games, some really rare games that aren't out here, then I can kind of talk to them and they can get me a deal and ship them to me. So I kind of want to get another contact in Australia, but for now I think it's amazing to have one in, like I said, Japan. If you can get one in the States, is always good unless you live there, and one in UK, just to have an eye out and kind of look for rare things for you. So once you get all the commons, there's going to be rare items that you need, and networking is a fantastic way to do that. So I suggest that you talk to other collectors, and other collectors may have a contact for you, because you don't want to just go through someone who you don't know. You want to make a contact that is legitimate and that you trust. And other collectors can be a great way to make contacts. Then also use your family. So that is collecting tip number 56. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to click the like button, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Facebook. The links are in the underbar. Have a great day.